I spent a lot of time with my nephews this weekend. I had to babysit them Friday night, and then yesterday I spent the day over there. Derek is 9, and Brett just turned 7, and they are now obsessed with the WWE, or what I used to call WWF when I was a kid, World Wrestling Federation Entertainment, whatever it's called now, with the wrestling, All Star Wrestling. Um, I can't stand watching that crap, but they're so obsessed with it. And so Friday night it was on for a couple hours, and then last night was the big pay-per-view event that my brother chipped in for, and my brother likes watching it, and so it was kind of this family thing. And the kids get so excited for that stuff. I haven't seen them that excited for anything since kind of I got them into Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, which is a little bit more my style, and they still like those movies, luckily. But spending all that time with them this weekend, and especially with this wrestling thing, they actually wrestle in school. They've been in wrestling tournaments for the past few years. Their whole family has wrestled, so it's a big thing for them. And you see them, in this sport at such a young age, doing really well. And then in the house, they're imitating these moves, and they're jumping off couches, doing flips, rolling around, imitating these athletes, and it's amazing. And I see them, who again 9 and 7, and I think, I remember I did a vlog about this right before Christmas. I obviously remember when they were both born, but that seems like that was just yesterday. And I don't feel like I've changed that much in the past 9 or 7 years since they've been around. And I start looking back at recent history involving them, and I see how they change in all these photographs. And it makes me really think how these children are sometimes the only thing I have in my life to gauge my aging process, if that makes any sense. I don't feel any older. I feel, if anything, since I started my running and the weight loss and all that stuff, I feel younger now than I did probably 8 years ago. Um, and maybe because of YouTube, I hang around with younger people online a little bit sometimes, as well as older people. But there's definitely a younger mentality present. So for me, I'm having a hard time. Okay, seriously, it's the second video I made tonight, and both times the phone rang. What I was saying though is I'm having a hard time feeling like I'm aging, which is good. I don't. I know people my age, some of my coworkers and stuff, are feeling old, and you can see it how they walk and how they act and stuff. But I think maybe because I'm single and I don't have my own kids, I can't really gauge the years going by. But thanks to my nephews, I can. Seeing them for all the time I spent with them this weekend, I sometimes just sit back and watch them, and I see them go from babies into little boys, and it's absolutely amazing. And I just love these cheery, wonderful little kids they're becoming, and we have such a close bond. And I just see as they get older, our bond gets stronger and stronger, and it's really an amazing thing. But that was a big deal for me this weekend. It's just, I babysat them on Friday, and used to be I'd babysit them, and I'd like really spend the whole time playing with them and doing whatever. Well, now they watch WWE on Friday nights at 7 o'clock. I got over there, we played Wii for a while, and within an hour or so, wrestling was on, and that was the night. So they're very much getting more and more capable of taking care of themselves, and that's just amazing to think that it just felt like a few short years ago. Um, and a few short years ago, they were just these little bundles, and now, gosh, now they're in wrestling tournaments, doing really well, doing flips, acrobatics. They're young boys, and it's really cool to see the passage of time. Passage of time. And I guess my question to pose to you on all of this is, how many of you have somebody in your life, whether kids, nieces, nephews, friends of the family, whatever, that you're very close to, Do these young people that you are close to, if you have somebody, do they make you feel that way too, or is this just me? Is this peculiar to me, and you feel old for other reasons, or don't feel old for other reasons? If it wasn't for these kids, I don't know if I'd see time passing by at all. But that's kind of cool, and it's cool to see the passage of time through their eyes. So that's all for now. Bye.